My name's Eric. I'm KC8XJ, and I'm with Universal Radio. And today we're taking a very good look at Icom's IC7100. It's going to give you capabilities to do mobile mounting that the majority of HF transceivers just won't let you do. You're going to get continuous coverage in your HF 160 through 6 meters. And then it also covers 2 meters and 440. It also lets you do Icom's digital mode D-Star. So you're going to have that capability on the VHF and the UHF side of the radio. So it's a very versatile jack-of-all-trades radio and gives you a very complete package in a small footprint. Obviously, because of its size and its remote head unit, it tailors itself for mobile installation and operation. It's going to be very easy to mount the body of the radio in the trunk of a car or underneath a seat, and then you only need to find a spot to put the head unit up front with you. The other thing that's a really important feature on this is one of the first radios that's out on the market with a touch screen for its interface. If you touch in the megahertz position, it'll bring up a screen to where you can jump to any band very quickly with just the touch of a button. So there we're back in the 40 meters. If you want to do frequency input, you can tap here, and then you can type in the exact frequency you want to go with. Most of the screens when you get into is going to have a back button, which will always get you out of the menu system. To change mode, right up here at the top, it'll bring up another screen and you can select from the different modes that it can work with. All of your filters and settings are going to be saved specific for each mode that you operate, which is nice. You won't have to reset up your filters if you go back and forth between AM listening or sideband. And then back will always get you out. You can cycle through your filters just by touching the filters on the screen. With its very broad receive range, you're going to also be able to pick up and, of course, monitor AM. Broadcast FM is doable in this radio. So you get a much broader range than what's typically included in most HF rigs out on the market. This is actually a very good receiver. This uses IF level DSP. You've got 3 selectable bandwidth filters that you can change between. You've also got the twin passband tuning. So it's got a number of tools besides the normal noise blankers and noise reduction to really combat a lot of noise and interference out there. And as far as mobile capabilities, I think this has got the best receiver of any radio right now that can be really tailored to use in a mobile situation. The speaker output jack can be changed between a headphone or a higher output for an external speaker, which is on the back of the head unit. Also, if you're using it as a bass, these little feet slide out and give it a little bit more spread on the ground to keep it from scooting away from you when you're using the touch screen or tuning it around. I think Icom did an incredible job of really simplifying the use of a fairly complex radio. It's got a separate connection for the HF side of the radio, and then your VHF and UHF, or on the other SO239 connection. Icom uses the standard flat 4-pin connector for all of their tuners. So this radio is going to be very easy to interface to a number of Icom's tuners and LDG's IT100, which is a really good match for an auto tuner with this. You're going to have, of course, your external speaker outs and the connections for a key. There's a built-in keyer in this also. And then you've got the big 13-pin data port. This radio also has a USB port, which is good for when you want to tie it into a computer and do some CAT control. It's really neat if you take a look at Icom's RSBA1 software. It's even possible to interface this in a network connection and control the radio remotely with Icom software. Definitely a good radio if someone's looking for a nice high-end mobile with a lot of performance. This is one of the best ones on the market right now and would be a great addition to anyone's shack.